Okay, I'll explain the Oklahoma furry situation. It's going to be a long video because it's just not cut and paste simple. Oklahoma State Bill 943 wants to pass a law to enable parents to get taxpayer money to pay for private schools so they can pull their kids out of public schools. Republican State Senator Shane Jett wants to give Oklahoma parents a choice in what their children learn and how they learn it. That sound you just heard in your head, that's a red flag being unfurled. Ever since Brown v. Board of Education in the 50s, Republicans and right-wing Christians have fought to contain what they now call left wokeness in public schools, which is a way to say that they want to restrict access to information for their kids. So SB 943 is just a way to regulate public schools into teaching only the things that conservative parents want children to learn, or to funnel taxpayer money into private and homeschooling so that they can teach their kids the way that they want. And since homeschooling and private schools are so deregulated, that can be anything. Yes, this is legal. Oklahoma SB 943 would enable students to attend what they call trigger districts to get funding, meaning that the moment a public school teaches something that's on the ban list, students can get government money immediately, no questions asked. So what is on the no-go list? Well, instruction about gender identity or anything sexual in nature, so anything deviating off the hetero abstinence-only lesson plan. I'm not joking, abstinence-only is actually in the state statutes. Okay, back to the list. Anything about climate change or not disparaging the oil or agricultural industries, so science is out the window. Nothing about social or emotional learning, however you want to define that. Anything disparaging the Second Amendment, so I hope your kids don't ask why there's lockdown drills. Anything promoting a Marxist ideology with no other explanation, so they have no idea what the hell that means. Anything that encourages efforts to defund the police, so no modern American history, ethics, or social studies, that's out. Nothing about animal rights activism, so that's more science out the window. And yes, if a teacher is found out to be a furry in their off hours, students can get pulled out of public school and get taxpayer money to go to private school. So how is that anti-furry? Well, it's the same reason that Florida schools cleared their library of books. It's in a school's interest to act first and not lose funding, then figure out the legal interpretations later. They would purge furries in a heartbeat, which is the intent of the bill. Remove teachers. And, as discussed in previous videos, furry is Republican code for transgender. There is no reason that furries are specifically mentioned along with gender identity except for codified language. They can't legally ban transgender teachers, but they think they can ban furries, and that's to them is the same thing. Side note, I would love for a local Oklahoma reporter to walk up to Senator Jett with cameras rolling and specifically ask him why his bill mentioned furries. Doesn't any local reporter kind of find it a little out of place? Come on, local newsies, do it! Do it! Oklahoma Senate Bill 943 is basically soft pressure censorship. Republicans are saying you don't have to remove these furry teachers from this woke lessons plans, but if you don't, you're going to lose your students and your funding goes to private Christian schools. Mark my words, it's going to be cheaper to fire a teacher and pay them severance than it's going to be to have a school shut down because parents were offended because a teacher has a hobby.